making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, it's Joseph Cintron.
Joe Cintron, 5'10", 171 pounds, 29 years of age, out of Goat Shed MMA. Goat Shed, that's who you fight for. I fight for Goat Shed. You get proud about that.
Yeah, he was proud of it too, man. Born and raised in Miami, Florida.
Hey, that's a cool name. You know what? There was another one that was earlier tonight I thought was a cool name too, but Goat Shed's right in there with Tankhead. Goat Shed and Tankhead.
Hey, he's had some experience. He's 2-3, but his overall record of his opponents 14-4. He said when he first started his mixed martial arts career, he was the guy that was just taking any fight that came his way. Didn't really think too much about the matchmaking. It was more about just getting experience in the cage, but he fought some tough guys. He had an amateur bout against a current pro and a Bellator veteran in Jason Jackson. He got hurt, had a big 6-year layoff. He's very much looking forward to getting back into it right now, though, and trying to move forward.
Am I reading this right, though? His last fight was just in February.
No, yeah, but he had a big layoff. He did have a huge layoff. He did that, but he came back and fought again. He's never been KO'd. He's never been submitted. Only decision losses. All 3 losses coming via way of decision.
I'm looking forward to seeing him fight. I mean, look, you just fought in February. You had a big layoff. You hadn't, ever been knocked out. And the last time you fought, it was over in 1 minute and 52 seconds.
Yeah, he's had a lot of experience, too. He started fighting at 17. He's 29. And he was one of the more confident fighters that I talked to backstage. Very focused and didn't seem too fazed at all by this experience. He's been here, he's done that. Looking to improve here in his mixed martial arts career.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Daniel Morrison.
Daniel Morrison, 5'11", 169, age 20, John Wall Martial Arts, out in Plantation, Florida. 0-run record. He's 107th and ranked in the active amateurs, but his opponent, Cintron, is 88 in the active amateurs. I think this is going to be fun. Obviously, these guys have studied each other. They know what's coming up.
Yeah, co-main event here. Daniel Morrison has got 1 fight under his belt. You can see it was a loss. It was a second-round TKO. He is fighting here out of the John Way Martial Arts from Plantation, Florida, but originally from New Jersey, moved to Florida when he was 4 years, so local at this point, 20 years of age, so a little bit of an age difference. Again, we've seen that a bit here tonight, though, Kevin.
Yeah, and hey, look, we saw David Camacho fight in the first round, or the first fight of this evening's event here, and this is the guy he trains with.
Yeah, and Camacho looked outstanding. Camacho put on a show.
Yeah, so we'll see if Daniel Morrison can continue that on. And this is the co-main event this evening. And the place is packed still. I love this place. I'm glad I came down here.
Yes.
Maddie, I know that you live in beautiful San Diego, but for me in Washington, D.C. and Trumpville, I'm glad to get down here. You kidding? Get out of the land of traffic and Donald Trump? I'm just kidding about Donald Trump.
Fort Lauderdale.
We don't ever see him. It's not like we're cool or anything.
Fort Lauderdale and San Diego,
Once
very
again,
similar.
ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the CageZilla welterweight division. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'10" and weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Goat Shed MMA, it's Joseph Cintron.
Cintron, 5'10", 171, 29 years of age, out of Goat Shed, just because I wanted to say it.
He looks focused.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'11" and weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of John Way Martial Arts, it's Daniel Morrison.
Morrison, 5'11", 169, 20 years of age, out of John Way. I probably said John Wall just because I'm from Washington, D.C., and he's on the Washington Wizards.
It is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the CageZilla welterweight division, and your referee is Chris McNochie.
Chris McNochie, the referee. 3 3-minute rounds. Sorry about John Wall, the reference there when I was announcing it earlier for John Wall Martial Arts.
Hey, you're a radio sports guy from the D.C. area,
Hey,
man.
I'm guessing John Wall Martial Arts would be cool. I bet John would be happy about that, as both fighters start off right on the CageZilla and quickly move to the cage.
Yeah, looks like Joe Cintron able to push the issue here right at the bell. Grabs the right leg of Daniel Morrison, puts him up against the cage. And we might get a warning for a slam, but no, thank God we didn't. That was
my God.
Nice takedown here from Cintron.
That was twice as far as the last one we got the warning for.
I was about to ask the same question. Are we allowed to do that now?
that was way further. You just got through saying we couldn't run across the cage with him.
Yeah, he almost mad.
He took him to the bar. He got him a drink over there and threw him down.
And I talked to Joe Cintron, and he was talking about, I asked him his strengths. He said, I feel I'm really well-rounded. I'm real calm in the ring. He's good, feels very confident on the ground. And you can see now trying to land some shots. He is the more experienced fighter.
Cintron really came back, tried a little double leg lift there from Morrison, and then Cintron just jumped right back on him quick, threw a left hand and caught him.
Try to get the double and try to get the trip and put him down, but decent takedown defense here from Daniel Morrison, at least on this takedown. He did just get slammed, but back up on his feet. His back is against the cage as Joe Cintron now going to try to put him on his back again. He does here, so now Daniel Morrison forced to try to fight out of the guard.
Hey, let me ask both of you. You're trying to go pro coming out of Florida, and you can't use your elbows, and you can't use different kicks. How tough is that to go pro? Because when you go into the rest of the country, you can get whooped.
So, excellent question. That is a really, really good question. And some of the best fighters in the world come out of American Top Team based right here in Florida.
Well, then I would say these guys are obviously getting a ton of training in those techniques. It's, in Florida, they're very cautious of the amateur's health. Obviously, with our delay, getting a way to get a different ambulance here anyway. But so that's why they have the guards on. That's why there are no elbows, no knees to the head. But trying to defend right now, Daniel Morrison getting dominated so far here by Joe Cintron in the red gloves, putting his pressure.
Cintron just really crunching over on Morrison.
Yeah, he's trying to make us feel his weight. Oh, he's
trying for the arm bar here. Morrison's trying to get it in there. He's got to roll over.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to get, or also the triangle if you be careful of that too. But it doesn't matter. It looks like he's escaped, and now he's trying to get some shots on the side of his head here for Cintron, still dictating the pace of action here in round one of the co-main event. Knee to the body.
That was a big knee right to the belly button. He just got shook off. Didn't even affect Morrison.
10 seconds left in round number one.
Daniel Morrison trying to spread those legs out here and keep his weight down and not get slammed again, as he's been put on his back twice here in round one. So round one has got to go to Joe Cintron.
Cintron was definitely the more aggressor. And a couple of the big takedowns there that you've seen. And now a couple of the things with the rules, and we'll see it in the replays. I'm not quite sure about the whole, the slamming and the throwing and how far you got to go. This would be tough. This would be kind of like, for me, leaving it up to interpretation to the referee. Like, hey, it's like ice skating. I'm going to judge you a little bit on this. In speed skating, you know who the winner is. If I want to body slam you, I want to body slam you. And it looked to me like if you're not allowed to come across the cage. I mean, he took more than 5 or 6 steps and tossed him over there. So this is a little different for me as I'm sitting here watching here in the state of Florida.
Maybe it's because it is the co-main event.
No, maybe so. And hey, it's not that the referees don't make mistakes, and we've seen them in the Super Bowl. The flags stay in the pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, especially in big situations.
Yeah.
Like.
About to start the second round here of our co-main event, CageZilla 55. Here at Revolution Live, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Daniel Morrison in the blue. Joe Cintron in the red. Well, looks like referee calling a timeout as I want to get that.
Yeah, we got to get the water
mat
up
wiped down
here. Yeah, we got to get the water wiped up. Cintron has the black gloves with the red tape. He's fighting out of the red corner. And we're good to go now. Round two, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds as both fighters come out. Don't want to touch gloves. Let's go to battle right away, and that's what I like. Oh, good left hand.
Oh, Cintron coming over here with that looping right. Oh, might have caught that left knee as he tried to dive in, but he immediately goes. I think he might have cut his forehead as they are now leaned up against the cage. Cintron trying to get that double leg here, but again, Morrison trying to get those hips down, keep that weight low to the ground so he doesn't get picked up and put on his back again.
Looked like some of our friends here, Cage side, got a little fight juice on them that time, Matty.
Hey, hazards of the job here, Chris, and another takedown for Cintron.
Yeah. He's got a big cut right over his eye,
Yeah,
Matty.
he caught what looked like a knee. He attempted the takedown. Morrison countered with the leg kick, and it caught him right on the forehead, and his head is gashed open right now. He's bleeding all over Morrison.
Yeah, and us.
The doctor's definitely going to take a look at that one.
And he's all over us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got a little shrapnel over here, Kevin.
Yeah. Us. He got me, and everybody's sitting beside me.
Got to bring one of Matty's hankies next time.
Yeah.
So you can see the blood just pouring from that cut. Cintron on his forehead as he did catch full leg to the face as he came in for the takedown. Morrison, though, trying to scramble out of this guard.
And in a position like this, a cut like that can actually work in your favor a little bit, in that that blood drips into the eyes of the opponent in the position that they're in now. We'll see if that becomes a factor.
He is definitely leaking blood all over the face of Daniel Morrison.
And it's all over the cage.
Oh, it looks like he's trying to get, he ends up getting the armbar. What an amazing come from behind victory here for Daniel Morrison. We did not see that coming as Joe Cintron was dominating this fight. He did get that giant gash on his forehead in the takedown of Daniel Morrison, but Morrison able to scramble out of that. Nice defense and pull off what looked like an armbar there.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm blocked out by this ring post here, and I wasn't looking at the monitor, so I missed it, Matty.
We'll get to see a replay here on how that happened and as they were scrambling around, but what a beautiful come from behind finish in this co-main event to get the victory by submission here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Huge shot.
I think this is where he's about to catch the leg. He shoots down and catches that knee to the head.
That's the...
Now hold on. Now, yes, knees to the head are illegal. However, you can see right there. Now, that was not an intentional...
definitely not intentional.
Not intentional knee to the head. The referees, when they were...
Are we still fighting?
Well, here's the finish.
Oh.
So here's the finish.
Beautiful, beautiful finish right there by Morrison.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, and right when I didn't think that he was in it. Unbelievable.
Well, Morrison was getting dominated. He got taken down multiple times, I believe 3 or 4, at least 3, maybe 4 times, as Joe Cintron was pushing the action here, aggressive on the takedowns. Daniel Morrison getting put on his back a few times, but he able to pull off that Hail Mary armbar in the scramble.
And the knee that was caught by Joe Cintron is, I mean, that is gashed open. That is gashed open. And they're trying to clean him up.
Yeah, blood still spilling.
And now we got water coming into the cage. I don't know how long it's going to be before we can get this cage ready for the next fight. I mean, he absolutely doused him here. We're going to try to get this water and the blood cleaned up, but we got water raining down from everywhere. Let's throw it up to Chris Fuller real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we call the winner, let's hear it for both these fighters putting on a great show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris McNochie has called a stop to the action. 1 minute and 52 seconds into the second round for your winner by armbar, out of the blue corner, Daniel Morrison.
Morrison comes away with a huge win tonight. Excuse me, Joe Cintron there going to have a scar to remember after this one.
Yeah, Joe Cintron did get his face or his forehead gashed open with that knee to the head, though it was inadvertent. And I did listen to the referees talk about inadvertent knees to the head during takedown attempts will not be counted against you. And that one worked out to his favor. However, he did get put on his back again, but able to secure that beautiful armbar.
Textbook.
Yeah, it was just one of those situations that Cintron getting a little bit too aggressive in there and not able to defend against it as they started rolling around. Daniel Morrison, though, what a beautiful victory for him. And he is now going to go 1-1. Did lose his first MMA fight, second round TKO, but what a finish here. This is definitely going to be a good one for him to remember.
I'm sitting here, Charles. I mean, literally it didn't seem like that much, but I'm telling you, it was raining blood over here on our table.
That's not any hyperbole.
No.
It was literally raining blood.
I mean, blood was coming down all over us. Let's throw it up to Chris. We'll get a quick interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Daniel Morrison. Daniel, great finish. So we were completely shocked. We thought you were in a bad position there. He had you in a dominant position, and somehow you were able to pull off a beautiful armbar. Can you talk us through that transition real quick?
Pretty much the whole time I was just trying to stay calm, not trying to waste my energy or anything. He was a tough guy, heavy on top, so I was just trying to make sure I stay calm, don't gas out. He was a little tired, so I saw the arm open. When I had the opportunity, I went for it.
And it worked beautifully. Anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Oh, my whole entire corner, man. I love them so much, especially my brother. Biggest shout out to this guy. It's my inspiration over here, too. Shout out to my mom and my dad up there, my girlfriend, Rita. I love you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he is once again. It's Daniel Morrison.
Hey, great job for your MMA debut there.
Yeah, beautiful job is Daniel Morrison with that Hail Mary armbar after just suffering on the ground, but he did open up the forehead of Joe Cintron. Not sure, though, Kevin, how much that was affecting him. It seemed to be, he seemed to be okay, he seemed to be shaking it off, but then just gets caught with that beautiful armbar.
Yeah,
Morrison.
And when I said MMA debut, our MMA debut here in Florida.
Yes.
Because when you get to see something like that, that is fun. You know, everybody at home, if you're watching at home on GoSports.com, we got a knee to the head, we got blood raining down, we got guys doing proper moves, and we got, just quick, armbar in there.
Well, when Cintron got caught with that knee to the head, it looked like it did stun him, but he immediately then went right to that double leg, which had been his bread and butter. Put Morrison up against the fence, dumped him onto the ground again, but Morrison just fighting off his back, masterfully securing that armbar.
Ladies and gentlemen, this